I think I could turn and live with animals. Written by Walt Whitman. Today we are living in a world full of stress. We find a million things to worry about. People tend to dwell on either past or future. We never seem to find peace of mind as we set unrealistic expectations and work for it 24/7. When it comes to animals, they are content if they have their basic needs met, such as food and reproduction. The poet is fascinated by the animal's lifestyle. Although they have emotions like humans, they do what they have to do to survive, because their only purpose is to survive. About the author. Walt Whitman was born in 1819 and died in 1892. He is one of the most illustrious American poets till date. He is often referred to as the father of free verse. Free verse means poetry that does not rhyme or have a regular rhythm. Some of his well-known poems include "Oh Captain, My Captain" and "When Lilacs Lost in the Dooryard Bloomed." Walt Whitman wrote many poems on Abraham Lincoln after his death. I Think I Could Turn and Live with Animals is an extract from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. Through this poem, the poet wants to remind us of the good qualities that people used to have in those days. He says those good qualities are now seen in animals. That's why he wants to turn into an animal and live with them. Let's take a look at the extract and think of how human beings are different from animals. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Placid means calm and peaceful, not easily upset or excited. Self-contained means self-sufficient. The poet thinks that animals are better than human beings for being peaceful and self-sufficient. Human beings are never satisfied with what they have. The more they have, the more they want. Greed overtakes their need. Even after acquiring what they want, there seems to be lack of satisfaction. Animals do not think about anything apart from their basic needs, like food and reproduction. They are self-sufficient. They do not depend on others for anything. The poet can't take his eyes off the animals as he is so fascinated by their nature. He keeps looking at the animals so that he can learn to be like them. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Animals do not make complaints and cry about their conditions like humans. Most of the people are not able to enjoy their lives. We all compare ourselves to other people. Comparison is the thief of the joy. That is what makes our lives more miserable. But animals eat and sleep peacefully as they never compare themselves to others. Human beings indulge in many wrongdoings and they can't sleep peacefully. They stay awake in the night crying in repentance for their sins. Animals neither blame nor praise the God. Humans tend to curse the God if anything goes wrong with their expectations. Besides indulging in many wrongdoings, people worship God with the hope of receiving boons from Him. The poet says animals never irritate God by doing such things. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. He says animals are not dissatisfied like humans. They are not obsessed with material things, while the humans live in a materialistic world. They think possessing nice things raise their status. In the world of animals, all are equal. They never bow down before others, not even for their ancestors. In human beings, rich people are generally given more respect as compared to the poor. In fact, this is what makes people competing for more and more material wealth. As a result, people never seem to find peace. As Mahatma Gandhi said, there is enough for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed. So people never seem to be contented with what they have. But animals are quite happy because they don't have these materialistic thoughts. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. According to the poet, animals seem to have the good qualities like simplicity, innocence, and satisfaction, what humans once had. They are representing human beings by following the good qualities in their everyday life. That's what endears animals to the poet. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? The poet wonders as to how and from where animals could get these qualities. He asks himself whether he lost them carelessly when he passed that way. The poem tries to make us understand and appreciate the basic qualities that humans lack but animals have. If you find this video useful, please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to my channel for the notifications of my latest videos. And thanks for watching this video.